Rain lashed against the windows of the Grand Blackwood Hotel. John, a lone traveler, pushed through the heavy oak doors. Dust motes danced in the dim light. The air hung heavy, thick with the scent of damp wood and thyme. Behind a towering mahogany desk sat a woman. Her face, etched with wrinkles, was pale in the lamplight. Her eyes, dark and knowing, followed John as he approached. Just the one room. Her voice was a dry whisper. "Yes, ma'am." John placed his worn suitcase on the counter. "Any room will do." The woman's gaze narrowed. "Not room 207. John chuckled, mistaking her seriousness for eccentricity. "Don't believe in ghost stories, ma'am." She handed him the key, her face unreadable. "Some stories hold truth, young man." He dismissed her warning and climbed the creaking stairs. Room 207 was at the end of a long, shadowy corridor. The air grew colder as he approached. Inside, the room was musty and dark. He fumbled for the light switch. A single flickering bulb illuminated faded floral wallpaper and heavy velvet curtains. John unpacked his bag, the silence broken only by the ticking of an ancient grandfather clock in the corner. Hours crawled by. A soft tapping began at the window. John, engrossed in a book, ignored it. The tapping grew more insistent. He peered through the grimy window pane. Nothing. Later, as he lay in bed, he heard muffled cries from the bathroom. He cautiously approached, heart pounding. The cries ceased as he reached for the doorknob. Empty. 3 a.m. The grandfather clock chimed. The air turned icy. The cries from the bathroom returned, louder now, morphing into gut-wrenching screams. John, paralyzed with fear, huddled beneath the thin blankets. Dawn broke, casting pale streaks of light across the floor. The grandfather clock struck 7. Silence. John, shivering beneath the blankets, forced himself out of bed. Downstairs, the receptionist sat at her desk. She didn't seem surprised to see him. He stood before her, pale and shaken, clutching his suitcase. He said nothing. He didn't need to. She knew. John left the Grand Blackwood Hotel without a backward glance. Room 207 remained locked, its secrets kept behind a bolted door. Some stories, John now knew, were best left untold.